But Sanford drawing crowds for men's basketball is nothing new. To understand buckyball, you first have to go back to Jimmy Ball, the 1998 through 99 team. But these days, the field is home to Sanford's newest club sport, the women's lacrosse team. Although they aren't completely new around here. Sanford hosts the Bulldog Classic this weekend against Southern Indiana, IUPUI, and North Alabama. With SoCon play starting on March 25th, there's still time to get back to winning ways. So far, Coach McMillan has followed those title teams' formula. And who knows, with a few more years of winning basketball and engaging the community, there may soon be a spot for this team in the Sanford Hall of Fame. For SNN, I'm Andrew Simonson.
Sanford isn't in March Madness, but 20 years ago they were. SNN's Andrew Simonson caught up with two of the team's key players.
This season, Sanford men's basketball won their first conference title in 20 years. Their fast-paced style and bond with campus saw thousands pack the Hanna Center. But Sanford drawing crowds for men's basketball is nothing new. To understand buckyball, you first have to go back to Jimmy Ball, the 1998 through 99 team. They won the first title in program history in the Trans-America Athletic Conference. The Bulldogs broke through that year with Boyd Kaiser and Corey Green.
I would say the expectations for everybody outside was probably not to really compete for it because, we were middle of the pack the year before, but I think we all knew we had a great core because we had everybody coming back.
Sanford beat UCF to capture their first TAAC title in '99. The next season, the expectations changed, but the winning didn't. As the wins kept coming, so did the fans. And in return, the students packed out Cybert. Not the stadium, but the gym.
Student body was usually very supportive, and we got some pretty big crowds in Cybert, so in the old gym. And that gym, you could really, when you pack it out, you get some great vibes and energy in there. You have people standing on baseline and everything.
The Bulldogs won the TAAC again in 2000 behind strong support. In 2018, the team was inducted into the Sanford Hall of Fame. Both Kaiser and Green are still heavily involved at Sanford. You may know Kaiser as the color commentator for Bulldog home games. Green became Sanford's athletic director over external affairs last year. Most of the current players weren't alive to remember the TAAC, but Kaiser believes Bucky's Bulldogs are doing what made his team special.
To see it the last couple of years of the energy coming back and seeing the students back in here, to me, it's been great to see. And just that you can see that hard work paying off for those guys in all those off-season times when you see it on the court translated and you see it in the crowd and the energy.
For SNN, I'm Andrew Simonson.
Want to learn more about the back-to-back title teams? Visit the Sanford Hall of Fame in the Pete Hanna Center.
Women's lacrosse is back at Sanford. I caught up with the players bringing Lakeshore lacrosse back. A couple of decades ago, the intramural fields were the birthplace of Sanford soccer. But these days, the field is home to Sanford's newest club sport, the women's lacrosse team. Although, they aren't completely new around here. Lauren Cotton went to Mississippi State as an undergrad. She remembers playing Sanford in women's lacrosse. Once she came here as a grad student, she wanted to bring it back.
I heard a lot of interest that people wanted to play, a lot of people coming in from lacrosse schools, so I decided to recruit some girls.
From there, Cotton gathered a mix of former high school players and some who were new to the sport. And when they needed a coach, he knew who to call. Hunter Faulkner, her coach at Mountain Brook High. He says it's been easy to build a system around this team.
It's always challenging in the very beginning, but once everybody gets to know each other and you can remember people's names, and it just kind of flows. All these girls have been in teams settings before, so when they get into this team setting, it comes naturally to them.
The Bulldogs played UAB in their first game and will play 2 games in Auburn this weekend. But even more than the games, this season is about these players building friendships.
It's been amazing. It's been really fun. Every practice we just grow closer and closer, and it's been really fun to get to know everybody.
Maybe someday women's lacrosse will be a dynasty like the soccer team, but for now they're here on the intramural fields, bonding quickly and having fun as a team. Want to keep up with the Bulldogs? Follow at SanfordWLax on Instagram for the latest game updates. Classes are canceled today at the University of Virginia in the wake of Sunday night's shooting. Police say a former football player at UVA killed 3 players and wounded 2 other students. Harry's concert series is back tonight. Lighthearted will be performing at Harry's Coffee House on campus. If you want to check out their music before tonight's concert, their Spotify link can be found on their Instagram at Lighthearted. The concert will also feature an opening act from Sanford's own Abby Jane Spades. Harry's concert series is hosted by the Student Activities and the Student Activities Council. The Sanford family is coming together for its annual Easter egg hunt. The event will be held April 1st. It starts at 10 on the quad. Everyone is invited to attend for free, but you are also asked to register online at sanford.edu/events. The Easter egg hunt is hosted by the Alumni Association and the Office of Greek Life. This past weekend, Sanford baseball played a series against UT Martin, and last night they faced North Alabama. 4 wins were added to the Bulldogs' record over these 4 games. In the first game of the weekend, Andrew Bennett and Garrett Staten each had a home run. Jacob Cravey only gave up 1 run and pitched a career-high 13 strikeouts. The Dogs secured a sweep on Saturday night with a 6-4 win, and on Sunday with a 1-0 win. During their midweek game, the Bulldogs tallied 8 runs in the first inning alone. The game ended in a run rule, with the final score being 12-1. Heading into conference play this weekend, the Bulldogs will be on the road for a 3-game series at ETSU.
Thanks, Caroline. That was so adorable.
That was amazing. Honestly, one of our best traditions here at Sanford.
I agree.